Sziasztok! Üdvözlök szépen mindenkit, itt is vagyok a folytatással. Egyenlőre csak egy falat láthattok. Most az a helyzet, hogy elkezdtem keresgetni, utána már interneten nézelődtem, hogy ez a Curie mindegy hova küldjük, de mindig ide fog visszajönni az orvosi részlegre.
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Így hát visszajöttem érte, hogy együtt folytassuk a kalandot. Annyi dolog történt, hogy próbáltam magam szinteződni kaják készítésével, így szereztem végre egy újabb pontot, amivel a következő szintet értem el végre a tudományba. Jobb fegyvereket tudtam végre csinálni ezáltal. Megcsináltam egy új armort is. Én medvét hallottam, esküszöm. Mindig ez a hangállítgatásos téma. Ezt a fegyót is tudtam így módolni a tudomány növelésével. Bár nekem az ilyen távcsöves nyavaják sose fognak tetszeni. Hát ezt honnan szerezted, Curie? Isten fáját neki. Ja, itt voltam. Akkor jó van, a robotokat már elintéztem. Ja, meg az a riasztó még mindig szól? What the fuck? Jó. Nem fogok körbe mászni. Ez gyors volt. Na, megtisztítom azt a terepet, szerintem gyors munka lesz. Anyák. Felvettem ugye azokat a tartályákat, azt nem bírom letenni. Pacs, doktor úr. Széttapadtam a hulláját. Volt magyarázva, hogy mert nem használok minigánt, azzal jobban tudnék aratni. 8-at tud sebezni az az átkozott minigán, és nagyon nehéz hozzá lőszert találni. Hol van? Itt van ez a... Igen, ez az 5 mm-es. Ez vagy 3 tárnak megfelelő, hát azzal sokáig nem megyek. Ugyebár. Már most nézem, hogy... Nem. Ez régebben volt. Na, rosszul emlékszek, banyek. Nem adtam a tudományra. Még tartogatom, mert nem tudom megcsinálni. 41-es szint kell hozzá, most jutott eszembe. De meg úgy emlékeztem, hogy már tegnap megcsináltam. Na, itt akartam kipucolni ezt a helységet. Ja.
Hearing shit. There you are, you little bastard.
De jó, hogy nem bírom eltalálni. Akkor fosztogatókkal kell elbánni, hát ez még könnyebb, mint hogyha szupermutánsok lennének.
Sweet.
Powering up. Protectron on duty.
Nothing there now. What the hell is that? gotta be joking.
We may not be alone.
Again! Do it again!
Megcsináltam. Hely most.
So violent.
Hát direkt azért aktiváltalak, hogy nekem segíts.
Shit! Lost!
Hey, itt is voltam már benn.
Fun? Huh? Do this all.
Nem? Mint hogyha ezeket a hullákat én már egyszer néztem volna. Ilyen keveset ad. Aha, itt már voltam. Csak a Kalmonnal jöttem be.
I'm just getting
We are
started.
to be under fire. I am still intact.
Miért volt ennek két biliárddel?
Where'd that little fucker go?
Gyere már be!
Scared, huh? You should be.
Mögötted, idióta. Na, mellé lőttem, hát nem hiszem el.
Wash your hands after that. It can be unsanitary to handle the deceased.
Fucking hide your thing.
I may have
You're
detected
dead.
unusual behavior. I would prefer if there was a whole lot less of that.
Amit pedig hallottam, hogy aktiváltam. Ez az intézeti kajásdob az olyan gyenge, hogy nem hiszem el. Na, nem találom az ajtót, pedig kirívó.
You weren't there. At the switchboard? One day, the instant suit's gonna kill us all, I tell you.
Already taken care of. I hardly even broke a sweat.
Whatever you did worked. The tourist is signed on. K8's already on the move. Take this. I might have more jobs later. Thanks, bub.
És akkor oké. Ezt a visszatapsot is gyorsan megcsinálom. A küldi szerint úgy látom, hogy szupermutánsok lehetnek. Úgyhogy azok ellen ez a pisztoly nem egészen erős.
Returning fire. Continued hostilities is not advised.
Hopp, franc. Csak nem tudom bedobni.
Engaging secondary defenses. Again, I have survived the hostilities.
Értem, ez miért volt itt?
Oh look, it is so tall.
Another human come to rescue Rex!
What's that?
He is weak! Kill him!
There were rumors of this.
Gyere már! Miért nincsenek kezébe fegyver?
Weakest of us! It only makes us stronger!
Hey,
You need some
If they
progress.
cannot kill one puny human, they are less than nothing!
hey,
What
hey.
do you need? Need something from me?
You fight well for a human! Now die like one! My warriors are waiting for you!
Someone is nearby. Perhaps they are friendly. Are you
survives this, and it won't be you.
I believe a sniper has found us. Well, yes.
Human, you fight almost as good as a super mutant. Maybe we will put you in the cage with Strong and Rex. Human time is done. This is the age of the super mutant.
Oh, there is to be fighting. Yahoo?
I am a super mutant. I am unstoppable. Kill you. I hear something.
Contagious? Shouldn't the coroner be doing that instead?
Mennyi pénzünk?
The Commonwealth is ours. No green stuff here. Gonna be a good fight. Someone there.
Did you hear something?
Let's go away, little human. Run! Cover!
Your hearts and vitals are engaging.
Right now, human. Wounded.
Your enemies have been dispatched.
Scream for mercy.
We are fighting.
Fight,
Not
human.
civilized
You'll
destruction.
die well.
Dangerous. Combat is quite vigorous exercise.
We are the future. Why, you stupid humans!
Engaging defensive countermeasure. This place is so violent.
No, you went and got
My
you!
family is not.
Én azt hiszem, ezt a két almar darabot láttam, más nem.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gonna find you! Gonna kill you!
Szétnézek.
Wanted to fight? Gonna be a...
Mindegy.
Oh, but
The
wait!
Commonwealth
Come back!
almost
Don't
looks
leave
healthy
me
from
here!
up here.
Follow strong. He knows the best way down off of this cursed tower.
Go to lift. Go fast, humans. Gonna be a good fight.
Oh, figura.
Excellent.
Careful, human. Brother's good.
Energy maintain brain function and
És itt mellé.
use these logs for relevant data. And they maintain brain functions and motor control even after the FEV. Fascinating. The Commonwealth almost looks healthy from up here.
So that whole look at even kindness thing, that's from I thought I could civilize these savages by teaching to them. Strong here believes it is the secret to human power. So he wants us to help him find it.
I shall lift our spirits by quoting from the bard. Good night. Good night. Parting is such sweet sorrow.
Better to die for chance. You
Make
disappear.
us lose the
So young.
They say do never live. Hell is empty and all the devils are here. Let me embrace
Presne,
this
Magda.
sour adversity, for wise men say it is the wisest course. Cowards die many times before their deaths. The valiant never taste of death but once.
What? Who's there? I'll wear your guts around my neck.
I'd much rather this I would prefer if there was a
Ho,
whole
ho, ho.
lot less of that.
What was that? What was that? No. Hello? Someone there? Oh, ears play tricks on me again.
Heads up.
May I be of assistance?
Over here.
I hear something.
Move here.
Absolutely.
Here.
Yes.
Azt hittem, hogy leesett.
Bird stuff.
komoly?
I can hear you. Gonna splatter your brain! Little baby scared.
Honnan lő?
Why is everything so difficult?
És kigyulladt ki? Megint.
Scream for your worthless life!
Rex.
Many thanks for that timely rescue.
I think I've earned a reward.
Ah, yes, the mercenary, a classic character. Underappreciated in most productions. Yes, well, in any event, I'm quite grateful. I'd like you to have this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time I left this awful place. I'm returning to WRVR and resuming my career in radio.
Heads up.
May I? Be of assistance.
Human junk is useless.
Yo, Strong.
Go find milk of human kindness with Strong.
Why do you want to find this milk of human kindness?
Milk is secret to humans. Macbeth say milk make humans strong. Stronger than super mutants. Strong find milk, drink milk. Make super mutants stronger than humans.
Yes, I'll honor my promise.
Good. Strong travel with human. Human helps Strong find milk of human kindness. Strong learns secret of humans.
To see a super mutant up so close, it is amazing.
Na, elküldöm Sanctuary Hillbe, és ő elmegy a 81-es Vaultba.
Look alive.
Strong listen. World is bigger than Strong knew.
Look alive.
Need Strong to smash something? What?
How's it going?
So much walking. Want to do more fighting?
You can go now.
Strong, go back to tower. Practice smashing things.
Akkor ide.
Half of you know this already, but something so big, I can't ask people to keep it secret any longer. The rumor is true. One of our agents has made it inside the Institute.
Is this what Tinker Tom was working on?
Yes, Tom's work is related, but the device and the assembly was the Wanderer's doing. After the device was assembled, he made it inside the Institute, and then back out.
Where is the Institute?
We're not sure exactly. Best guess is that it's somewhere under the old CIT. But they've been using a teleportation device to get in and out, so it could be anywhere.
What did he find out?
I know you all have questions, but I've said everything I'm going to. But know this, the ops you're planning and running now are the most important of our lives. We have a chance at rescuing more synths than we ever dreamed of, so get it done.
Tinker Tom's cooking up something.
I got the Code Defender password for Patriot.
Excellent work. On our side, we've gone through your report. It was extraordinary. So many pieces of the puzzle clicked into place. Our final analysis indicates the Institute is far more formidable than we ever feared or imagined. If we stage a mass breakout, Patriot's 13 synths will undoubtedly be the last we ever save. Instead, we use this one chance to rescue all the synths. Every last one of them.
Is that even possible?
Hopefully, Patriot's core escape plan will scale up. If it can't, well, we'll deal with it as it comes. The Institute will never let their slaves go without a fight. So the heart of our problem is manpower. Even if we call in all our agents, and we will, we won't be able to hold our own against the Institute for long. Talk with C-114. If the synths down there want freedom, they must fight and risk their lives to earn it.
Understood.
Good. Which leads us to a delicate subject. As much as we owe Patriot, we can't be certain how committed he is. If he learns we're willing to kill to free synths, he may not have the stomach for it. So get what you need from him and then cut him loose. Good luck. We're all with you.
Ez már működött.
It needs some refinement, but I think we can consider my serum a qualified success.
This is a qualified success?
There were some side effects to the process. I seem to have hair again, and I've retained some muscle mass. The genetic resequencer needs more work. Still, I take your point. This is a significant advance, but only for one strain of FEV. It will take years, perhaps decades, to generalize my formula. Still, you have my gratitude. You're welcome to make use of my lab. Or help yourself to any of this junk, if you want it. In the meantime, I have a lot of experiments to run. Excuse me.
Könyv.
There we go.
Did you need something?
Odaadom a cuccokat Strongnak. Aztán... Oh. Na, ez se jött ide?
Strong hope we find milk of human kindness soon.
Got a second, big guy?
Strong go with
Nagy
human.
fiú.
We need to swap some gear.
Strong can carry more than puny humans. Strong getting hungry.
Oké. Hát akkor irány vissza az intézet.
What?
Teleport.
Theoretical limits are made to be broken.
Hát, fájt már neki. Átkozott kábeli csikizget folyton. Eltűnt a gyerek.
I'm glad to see you return safely. I know the task was difficult, but I needed you to see firsthand how dangerous a rogue synth can be.
Why do you care what happens on the surface? You're in your own world down here.
Because there are forces on the surface that could pose a threat to us, and only a fool ignores a possible threat. We might diminish that danger by correcting the false perception that we intend some great harm to mankind. But enough about that. The task is done, and you've returned our synth safely to us. I couldn't have hoped for a better outcome. Well done. While you were away, I had quarters prepared for you. You'll find all the basic necessities, as well as a generous stock of arms and equipment. Go and have a look. I think you'll be quite pleased.
Nem.
Greetings, sir.
Don't make excuses. You're clearly defective, and I intend to report this. Perhaps after you've been disassembled, we can use your components to make something that's actually useful.
Your quarters are just inside, sir. When you're finished here, sir, Father wants to see you.
Elzuhanyzok. Vagy nem. Hopp. Hey, haver. Tumane.
We must speak quickly. We cannot risk being discovered. I have made arrangements. I can get the 13 we discussed into position. But, tell me, do you think Mr. Benet's plan will work?
Na, én nem tudok vele beszélni, bakker.
A better plan is to use this opportunity to rescue everyone. But Synth will have to fight for it.
And I thought Mr. Benet's plan was too ambitious. Of course, I'd fight for my freedom. And I know of a few others that might as well. But enough to face all the guards? Perhaps if we stand up openly to the scientists, more of my people would join us. Yes. Even if most don't join the fight, certainly there are many others who have been waiting their whole lives for this. But we should be prepared for some of the Synths to fight against us.
All people want to be free. They just need the opportunity to take it.
If the Railroad inspires everyone like you do, the SRB is wise to fear you. You will give my people an opportunity, and they will flock to us. I admire Mr. Benet a great deal. We can't tell him about this plan. It's his people we'll be fighting. I will talk to my friends. Meet me here tomorrow. If I don't make our appointment, assume the worst.
You get me what we talked about, and I'm in business.
Liam, I got your username and password.
You railroad guys really deliver, you know? Hooking that ancient tech up to the modern terminals is going to be seriously time-consuming, even with that password. So hand it over and I'll get started.
Here you go.
Great. Listen, I need a favor. Z-114 is working the atrium again. Can you give him an update? It's safer if you do it.
Unit X688 speaks highly of your combat skills.
Ah. Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
That's a loaded question. What's been stolen from you?
Institute property is not often taken from us. We cannot react lightly when it happens. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. They no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
What happened? What have they done?
They are in possession of technology that does not belong to them. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Doc Carrington's been asking for you. Got a lot of synths in play right now. Makes things really dangerous.
Can I talk to you?
Something on your mind?
The Institute knows about Bunker Hill. They're planning to recapture the synths there.
The timing couldn't be worse. The old man's been sitting on those 4 synths. There's nowhere else that's safe we could put them. Maintaining your cover is vital. But the sacrifice is just too great.
Stockton and the synths are depending on us. We can't let them down.
Well said. We've never known when and where the Institute would strike us next. But now we have a chance to turn the tables. We wait until the enemy is in position, then we hit them hard. No one they send out comes back alive except you. Understand?
With me working the inside angle, this is doable.
We can't attack too early. We need to draw them into the kill zone, and then spring the trap. You'll know when. You'll probably have a Courser escort. You'll have to take him down. You've done it before, but it'll still be dangerous.
Like you said, I've done it before.
It's a risk, but it's one we have to take. So get it done.
De csak ne sötét lenne. Kicsit le kéne ülni, vagy valami.
I run 3 caravans that travel throughout the Commonwealth.
Booze and grub, right here.
Itt egyébként van valami fent? Nincs.
I've been waiting for you.
So, what's our situation?
I assume you've been briefed? Our targets are inside. 4 Sints under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for
Ha nem áll, mit keres itt az acéltestvériség?
escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the Sints, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Mi a frász keres itt az acéltestvériség? Meg őket is... Meg szükelmutáns is beállt a buliba, nézzétek már! Álljál már meg! Ajaj! Nukleáris támadás érkezik. Ah. Álljál már meg!
What?
We're not backing down. We're gonna protect what's ours, dingo. Yeah?
Yes?
Miért célzott be?
Thank you for sparing us.
Nothing after all.
Au. Nem tudom, minek lő meg.
Secure the area.
Hát úgy látszik, a kinti bulinak vége. Úgy látszik, elsőprő erővel győzött a testvériség. Egyedül meg nem merek velük szembeszállni. Jó, most helyre jöttem. Hát...
Cricket.
Got a hankering for melting face? Then I'm your girl.
Ja, veled találkoztam.
Sure, let's take a look.
Az a drogos csaj. Most nincs semmi eladó. Érdekes.
Who's there?
Hey.
I'll wear your guts around my neck!
Combat initiated.
Ha jól emlékszem, akkor erre kell jönni. Bár XP gyanánt jól jönnének, kiírnám őket. Direkt csináltam ezt. Legalább eldobta a gránátját. Jó sok bejárat van. Most azt tudtam, hogy ott hol kell felmenni. De akkor... Ja. Jól kicsinálták a szupermutánsokat. Majd de összeelkeztek itt. Azért néhányan elbántak. Na, ez pont nem kell. Tudnám, hogy ez a fő itt mi a rákot keres. Ui! Régebben ezt nem tudtam, hogy hogy lehet ide jönni. Mindig abba az átkozott falba ütköztem, ami itt van.
Son.
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
So why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
But why refreeze me?
As a failsafe, of course. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
So it was you. You let me out.
Yes. It was my decision. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind
Szóval csak egy kísérlet vagyok neked,
Will the
fiacskám.
Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
That's all this is to you? All I am to you? Just another experiment?
No, that's not all. But still, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
Hát honnan tudjam?
We were totally ambushed. They were waiting for us.
You can imagine that I find that very hard to believe, given that all the intelligence leading up to this indicated...
Mondd a Brotherhoodnak, mert őket nem is hívtam.
Bunker Hill was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to become more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen enough. It's time to go back in.
Szóval én erre akarok tenni, de ez még egy szint. Meg a kovácsra. Na, ez király.
Father is more than just our leader. He is our creator.
A clean and healthy work environment is essential to maximum productivity.
Sean.
Let's get this Directorate meeting over with before we speak further. It's important.
Nice work bringing that rogue synth back.
Na, várj már. Nézd.
Good, we're all here. I think it's time we begin.
Sir, excuse me, but what exactly is he doing here?
I will address that issue. But there are other subjects that require our attention first. The level of unrest in the Commonwealth continues to rise, as we're all aware. Your report.
All Institute facilities remain completely secure with the exception of one notable breach. Otherwise, internally, things are as tight as they've ever been. Dr. Ao has been keeping an eye on things topside.
Yes, Watchers show no additional threats beyond those previously identified. Boston International Airport remains occupied, with Brotherhood presence noted at several other points throughout the Commonwealth. Intelligence suggests that this railroad continues to operate and is becoming more ambitious. SRB agents are monitoring all known situations, sir.
Very good, thank you. It's clear that our safety needs to be the primary concern going forward. To that end, where are we on Phase 3?
Sir, are you sure this is the time to be discussing it? Given, well, considering all parties present?
Ah, yes, that's true. Have you heard anything about Phase 3?
What's Phase 3?
It's very important to us. Power is, as I'm sure you've seen above ground, a very valuable commodity. I'm not talking about some abstract concept of control. I mean real, tangible power. The kind that keeps the lights on. With every advance the Institute makes, our need for raw power increases. Many compromises and sacrifices have been made over the years to allow progress to continue.
What kind of compromises?
We have at times had to rely on drawing power from above-ground installations. It risks personnel and equipment, but no longer. Phase 3 is simply the activation of a nuclear reactor that can provide enough power to the Institute now and forever. It will ensure not just our survival, but our prosperity.
Can you tell me more about this reactor?
Certainly. It was originally built for the Commonwealth Institute of Technology before the war, but was only for testing. Over the years, we've advanced the technology, made a great many improvements, and are finally nearly ready to activate it. The reactor is close to ready, but recent tests have determined we have a few tasks ahead of us. Thus, we come to Phase 3, and to how you will help.
Sir?
Yes, Dr. Ayo. Previously, we would rely on Kellogg for above-ground operations, yes? Well, he is gone. While I'm not overly fond of putting my own father in harm's way, he has proven more than capable of handling himself.
Yes, but...
This is not a matter for debate. Now, there is one more subject that requires discussion.
I don't know that this is the time.
Dr. Holdren, it is time. Please. As I'm sure several of you are already aware, I have been under Dr. Volkert's care for some time. I'm sorry this is difficult for me. Our best efforts have failed. Every experimental treatment we could devise has been unsuccessful. I'm sorry to say I am dying.
What?
Can't be serious.
Everyone,
Theo.
please. I am sorry. This is not how I wanted to tell you, but we're running out of time.
You're dying?
I'm afraid so. A very aggressive form of cancer. Believe me when I say we've done everything we can. We can talk more later. Right now, the future of the Institute is at stake. The Institute cannot survive without leadership. The Directorate must continue to govern with the best interest of all in mind. To that end, I am naming my father as my successor.
Oh, boy.
You can't be serious!
Really? Seems a poor choice.
How can you possibly justify this? He isn't one of us. He isn't even a scientist.
Ignoring your borderline, insubordinate tone, I will simply say this. The Institute has enough scientists. What it needs is a leader. I believe my father has already proven himself more than capable in that regard. This will conclude this meeting. Thank you.
My compliments on getting B592 back to us so quickly.
Dr. Lee. I'm good for now, thanks.
All right.
Azért valamit felvettem.
I'm gonna make the same recommendation I did last time. We did everything we could. 4 years dedicated to preserving this Commonwealth provisional government. You've seen the same reports I have. It's falling apart and fast. We need a plan for what happens when that fall is complete. I know some of the other divisions have suggested we just cut off all contact, hide underground and pretend nobody's home. That would, in my opinion, be a mistake. We can't just give up on these people, and with the Android program, we don't have to. We'll soon have the capabilities to deploy androids to the surface in great enough numbers to maintain order. Just think about it, all right? Keep it in mind moving forward.
I'm glad you could be here to share this with me.
I had no idea.
I know this is... well, it's a lot to take in at once.
I'm sorry, Father. I hope it wasn't too presumptuous of me to put you in charge without even asking first.
I don't know if I'm right for this.
Well, I clearly have faith in you. There's no question that some of the Directorate and the Institute at large will need reassurances about your appointment. That's why I'd like you to take charge of this latest operation. Dr. Fillmore can fill you in on the details. There are hard decisions ahead, for all of us. But for you especially. I know that you'll do the right thing.
I asked my friends if they'd take up arms for their freedom. I was surprised at the number of volunteers. Perhaps once the fighting begins, many others will join us. But we will fight and die very quickly unless we have weapons. A lot of them. Given the right materials, we can make our own crude but serviceable weapons. Unfortunately, we're missing a few critical ingredients.
What ingredients?
Gunpowder, laser focusing crystals, and a couple other things.
Couldn't we just steal some weapons?
All munitions are tightly guarded by the SRB. Even if we managed to take some, it would certainly be noticed. And surprise is essential to everything.
I have weapons I can give you.
Excellent. Deposit anything you can spare in Maintenance Closet 3B. But we need enough weapons to arm an entire rebellion. So the ingredients are still necessary.
Go on.
The Institute's always expanding. Excavation just completed on one of the sublevels. The mining equipment has been packed into crates and they haven't been moved yet. That equipment has everything we need. Thanks to Mr. Binet, the construction crew is populated solely by my friends. But they're under constant supervision. How do you feel about killing some guards?
I'll do it, if it's necessary.
We could come up with no other way. After you eliminate the guards, we'll move the supplies and blow up the tunnels behind us. To the SRB, it will be a tragic construction accident that killed many synths. Rare, but not unheard of. And then, our dead friends can assemble the weapons we need. Good luck.
Akkor hozok néhány fegyvert nektek. Raktam el. Rakosgattam el fegyvereket. Méghozzá nem olyan gyenge kis nyavajákat, mint ami az intézetnek van azért.
You carry
Let me
something
carry some of it for you.
cripple yourself.
Amit elvettem, amit nem akartam. És nem tudom, hogy hova rakta.
Never thought a reporter could consider themselves a success until someone threatened their life. Me? I'm very successful.
Jaj, hogy de elhúzta. Ha. Hoppá, betettem a saját szkáromat.
From what I hear, that rogue Szint at Libertalia was a real menace. Glad it's back where it belongs.
I'm looking forward to working for you, future director.
Na nézzük csak hány. Ja, azokat kell elintézni. Na ne állj már be elén!
Thank you, stranger. Leave now. Soon, this will all be under rubble. Remember Z1's plan, everyone. Grab everything we can use. The crates, especially. We have little time. It is best you go, for your sake.
You must be pretty excited being named the next director.
You have done your part, and we'll do ours. Weapon construction will begin immediately.
Have any problems?
There's been no alarm. My friends have all the time they need to get what they want, then cover their tracks.
Any news about Liam?
Liam's got his terminal working. When the time is right, we have someone who can operate it. I'll stall Liam as long as I can, but he's anxious to proceed with the old plan. You should avoid him if you can. If he had any idea what we're up to, I fear he'd report us.
This is a good start.
The greatest challenge remaining is keeping all of this secret from the SRB. So we're being very careful, which, unfortunately, takes time. For now, please continue working with Father. We can't afford for him to grow suspicious. When my people are ready, I will contact you.
Busy day for you, isn't it? Well, it's about to get busier. You're going to lead this operation, I'm told.
I need some details here. I have no idea what I'm getting into.
Of course, that's why we're talking. Otherwise, you'd be up top already. Recent events have upset our timetable. Getting the reactor online has become our #1 priority. It needs to be running, well, yesterday. We're going to have to cut some corners. I'm not thrilled, but it means we'll need to rely on some pre-war tech. You're going to the mass fusion building to acquire a beryllium agitator for us.
What's a beryllium agitator?
The details would be lost on you. No offense. The point is, it'll allow us to boost the reactor's power and get it running sooner than planned. You just keep me safe. I'll worry about the agitator.
Is that really necessary? I'm sure I can handle this by myself.
Yes, it really is. Not only is this tech sensitive, it's old. Look, I'll take care of it. You just make sure I come back in one piece.
No way. You're not going. You'd be a liability.
Well, that's about the most insulting thing I've heard in a while. Okay, you're on your own then. Good luck. Not to put more pressure on you, but we have to move quickly on this. Word is that the Brotherhood is nosing around the area. We don't want them getting the agitator before we do. Head on up to the relay, and they'll get you over to mass fusion in a flash. Pun sort of intended.
Nem ezt akar. Ide akartam.
The only way you get old in this job is assume everyone's out to kill you.
I got so many flavors of mayhem for sale.
Dr. Penske said you saved Austin's life.
Your Pip-Boy ever act up on you? Mine's been glitchy.
Is that your Pip-Boy? Better be.
You're getting to be a regular around here.
Don't try anything.
Do you need something, monsieur?
I'd like to travel together some more.
Then let us get underway.
Mi? Az mi volt? Ja, ez bent van a izébe.
Now, where did I put those screws? Seeds. I'll need more seeds.
Hey.
You need something, yes? What shall we talk about?
Your thoughts?
Humanity has fallen so since the bombs.
Is everything all right between us?
I'm still adjusting to everything, but my feelings towards you are quite pleasant.
That was all.
As you say.
Watch yourself.
Heard we got a pretty big mess to look into now with that new vault wing.
Begged them to stop this nonsense before you returned, but of course they wouldn't listen.
What's going on?
Dr. Higgs and Dr. Loken have decided to protest your appointment as father's successor. They've taken control of the bioscience security systems and cut off our food supply.
Have they made any demands?
Not yet, but I expect they'll demand that you renounce all ties to the Institute.
Is there a way I can communicate with them?
As a matter of fact, there is.
I can unlock the maintenance tunnel that leads to the bioscience observation room. From there, you should be able to communicate with Higgs and Logan. If you can't reason with them, you can use this holotape to access the command functions on the observation room terminal. That should give you some options. Just please, try to talk to them first. Use violence only as a last resort.
Don't have the key.
Here we are. Just give me a moment. There, it's unlocked.
You must be terminated.
Aha! I thought I heard something. Made it past the guards,
Doc.
If you've come to change our minds, then you're wasting your time.
Can we talk about this?
Father chose not to talk to the Directorate before anointing you his successor. So how about I follow his fine example?
Father believes in me. The least you can do is give me a chance.
How could you hope to lead us when you hardly know anything about what we do? I'm sure you mean well, but you must see that it's an impossible task.
You'd rather everyone fight over the job? Is that what's best for the Institute?
I agree that the transition will be chaotic, but eventually, a leader will emerge from that chaos. Then, things will return to normal, and the work will resume.
Can't you at least give me a chance?
A chance? What do you think, Max?
Even the most fastidious researcher must sometimes take a leap of faith. I say let's give it a try.
Very well, then. Open the door, and let's return to the fold.
Szint, abort command override and resume normal functions.
Would need the key.
Operating at full capacity. I honestly thought Dr. Lee... You have a lot to learn if you're really going to be the
Doctor.
next director of the
Bravo!
Institute.
I admit I was fearing for the worst, but I can see that I underestimated you.
I'm just glad they listened to reason.
Indeed. There is one further matter to discuss. Obviously, some kind of disciplinary action must be taken here. The question of what form it takes is up to you.
There's no need to drag this out. I believe they learned their lesson.
Your compassion and understanding speak well of you. I'll take that holotape back. I also wanted to offer you something as a more personal expression of gratitude. I know that your work often takes you to the surface where supplies are scarce. I gathered these items together for you. I think you'll find them useful.
Do you need something from me?
Hey there.
For you, I have time.
So, how are we doing, Kiri?
My feelings towards you are one of the few things I can process. We are, as you say, good.
That's all for now.
As you say.
Na emberek, mára ennyi lett volna ez az epizód, innen fogjuk folytatni. A következő résszel, ami a Massachusetts-i fúziót megszerzéséről fog szólni. Addig is, sziasztok!